We need regulators. Market economy is the fashionable word we use, not free economy. Let the market function, but there are places markets don't function. For instance, child labor. Child labor takes place because the families cannot afford the fees of a school. If they go to a bank and say, give me loan so that I can pay the fees, they will say, where is your mortgage? Now, that is the wrong concept. We have to change that and say that if the student is a good student, suppose he has proved it already, and then you make a projection, what is his likely earnings, and on that base of the present value of that earnings, you charge him an interest and give him a loan. So that's a failure of the capital market. So there are many failures that take place. Plus this concept, external economies. If I build a orchard, as the old economic example goes, then I will also be promoting honey production, because these orchards will produce flowers, and flowers, the bees will come, and there will be beehive, and from beehive will... So there are a lot of spillover things. So these have to be taken into account, and only the government can do it, and this free market economy is still the best. If you compare East Germany with West Germany, you have got proof. You compare North Korea with South Korea, you have got proof. You compare China before 1980 and China today, you have got proof. You compare India before 1991 and India after 1991, you have got proof that market economy is superior to the command economy that the Soviet Union imposed on us.
Your speech, you have said that Taiwan and other Eastern countries are exporting to China and not to India, because there is assumption by some people halting the process of progress. Can I indicate that you also asked that sales of the project?
Okay, I'll be happy to answer.
And there may some assumption.
Yeah, good.
Some progress has been made.
This is created by me. Namely, I prevented the Setu Samudram project from being implemented. The Setu Samudram project is not obstructed by me in the Supreme Court. The Setu Samudram project's designing is being deliberate to break the Rama Setu. It can be designed without breaking the Rama Setu. Why this insistence on breaking the Rama Setu? That was the question I posed before the court, and the court upheld it. The government could argue it. Governments write all kinds of stories, including Karnani saying how you can call it Rama Setu. Did Ram get an engineering degree to call Rama Setu? Next day he fell ill and went to Ramchandra Medical Hospital. So obviously Rama had an MBBS, so that it could be named Ramchandra Medical. I had only said change the routing. In fact, I had gone one step ahead. I said, if you really want the cheapest and the most effective, economically the most effective, because the present one is not economically viable. It is the canal has to be dredged every week because the way this is under the water, under the ocean bed, the canal is being done. And so the water keeps on putting mud. So the mud has to be taken out, the sand has to be taken out every week. And of course, whoever gets that dredging contract will make a lot of profit. And who's got that dredging contract? I won't embarrass you. So, second, they could not dig below 11 meters. So, therefore, the only ships of tonnage less than 30,000 can go in it. All the ships over 30,000 have to still go around Sri Lanka. So, and what percentage of ships are below 30,000? 5%. Only 5% of the world ships which come through this area are below 30,000. So, you have 5% ships of the world, you are believing that 95% will continue to go around. Now, of course, there is one company which is 100% ships are below 30,000. Who owns that company? I won't embarrass you. And so, that was what we did. I first suggested, if you want all ships, you want this project, take the canal through Rameshwaram Island and not through Ram Setu. Most people don't know the geography of it. They think Ram Setu is from Sri Lanka to this Pamban, from Pamban it goes to Dhanushkodi. There's an island which is called Rameshwaram Island or Pamban Island sometime. At Dhanushkodi, Ramasetu starts. That's almost halfway down across the width of the Park Strait. And so, about 30 kilometers is Rameshwaram Island, and then 45 kilometers is Ramasetu, and they together span the connection between India and Sri Lanka. So I suggested, why not convert Tuticorin port into a container, world-class container port? Let all ships, big and small, come to Tuticorin, deposit a container, and then you start a railway line along the coast to Chennai, to Kakinada, to Visakhapatnam, and then to Calcutta. And as soon as they deposit the container, the railway train should, goods train should pick it up and take it across to Calcutta. That's more safe, more durable. And of course, now the LTT problem is over. Otherwise, the LTT problem is not over. Then this canal would have provided easy access for them to go to Kerala, which today they have to go around Sri Lanka. Easy access to go to Kanyakumari. And since the person who was owning the shipping company had very close relations with LTT, so it all was working out very beautifully till I came into the picture and argued. And I won the day because the court, they didn't have any argument. I asked only one simple question. There are 6 alternative routes. Why can't you pick one of them? One of the other 5. Why did you pick this one? Because you have a malafide intention. That's why you have picked it. It's also close to the border or maritime border between India and Sri Lanka. That's dangerous. You must have it closer so that you can police it better. These are the arguments, and many other arguments which are used didn't stick. For example, the Justice Ravindran asked me, after all, who goes and worships in the middle of the sea to Ramasetu? So I said, I don't go to the sun to worship sun, but I still worship the sun. What will happen to me if I went to the sun and came back? And I said, of all persons, you, Ravindran, should be asking me this question. So the government completely flawed, they didn't have any arguments, so therefore the court said, find another route. And the committee is examining that, another route may be formed. Of course, they will have problems not now with me, but with the environment people, but that's not my headache. I will not be blocking it.
Okay, I think we should thank Dr. Swamy for this wonderful exposition. I do know that our Trustee Bhaskara Foundation is here to say the forward of thanks. But before he comes on, I want to request Mr. N. Shankar, past President of Madras Chamber, to hand over a small moment to Dr. Swamy in memory of
I called you guys, I thought it's a word. I'm not going to ask a question, Dr. Swamy, but I have a suggestion. And it's particularly appropriate since you have Jaker, who's an image maker, studying next over to you. You know, we always have the image of you as a person dressed like this with Ungavastram, either throwing things in Parliament or having lawyers throw things at you, or on a talk show shouting down for Gaspar Raj or some other politician and talking about Pamsetu or LT or something. And what you showed us today was a very different, I think you should have 2 different